Hello, my name is Elizabeth, and welcome to my segment where I make healthy food. Well, healthy-ish food. Firstly, I'd like to apologize for the lighting in here. It's awful. I know. There's nothing I can do about it. So maybe we'll do it in a better lighting, but just bear with me for now. This week I ended up making scallion pancakes, which didn't turn out how they're supposed to look, but they were pretty good, not gonna lie. They tasted very good. I'm not good at describing food. It tasted like almost like a tortilla, but not quite, with scallions in it. You'll see what it looks like later on. But the ingredients, if you're wondering, are 1 1/4 cup of flour. I ended up using whole wheat flour. You can probably use all-purpose bread or cake flour. I don't know how cake flour would turn out, but you can certainly try it. If you're making it with almond flour or coconut flour or any of the other odd flours, I would suggest looking up a conversion chart because they don't exactly convert exactly. But along with that, there's 1/2 tablespoon of sugar, a pinch of salt, 1/4 of a cup plus 1/2 tablespoon of hot water. I put it in the microwave for like 60 seconds. I think 30 seconds would have been fine actually though. And 1/8 a cup of room temperature water. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is get all your dry ingredients. So your salt, your sugar, your flour, all into your bowl and then mix it up. You don't really need to whisk it or anything. And then after you've done that, you can pour in your hot water while you're stirring, and you can put your room temperature water in after that. If it's still not coming together exactly, you can add a little bit more hot water, but don't add too much or else it'll be really goopy and then it's going to be really hard to knead. But after you mix it up and it's forming somewhat of a cohesive mixture that you can probably knead, you can form it into a ball, and then to knead you flatten it out with your palm and then fold it over in half and then rotate it and then do that again over and over again until it's kind of smooth, and then you're going to put it in your container that you had the flour in because it's good enough and we're not going to want to make a mess here. And then cover it with a damp towel for 30 minutes at the least. When it comes out, you should be able to put your finger, press on it, and then it won't spring back when you finish it. It'll kind of just stay there. And then after you do that, you can roll it into a log type thing and then cut it into pieces. If you want your pancakes to be smaller, make the pieces smaller. If you want them to be bigger, then make the pieces bigger. And then once your things are all rolled out and they're in those little tiny things, put them aside for a couple more minutes while you chop up a bunch of scallions. You can really put anything in it. I mean, they're supposed to be scallions. Anyway, once you chop up your scallions, you can take your balls and then roll them out very thin, and then you're gonna put your scallions on there and then roll them up into another log type, more like a snake this time, and then you're just gonna roll that into a spiral. You're going to roll that out flat. After you finish doing that, you can get a pan and you can heat up some oil. 1 tablespoon is kind of enough for all of them. You can always use an oven and bake them, though I don't know what time you would have to bake them. You'll have to get back to me on that. You're going to just cook it for about 2 minutes on one side and then flip it, and then 30 seconds to 45 seconds on the other side. It really doesn't need to cook that much. Mine were thicker, so you might want to try 1 minute if yours are thin and small. Once you're finished, you can really put anything on them.